Hi everyone. So today I'm filming a little bit more of a serious video. I don't like filming these because they're depressing to film. I don't know. I don't like filming them. I like being happy. I like pretending that everything's okay. But I know that in life we all deal with shitty, stressful situations. And on the dark side also is the fact that I pop my ears, so it sounds like when I talk it sounds like I'm underwater and I can't like unpop them, so it's the worst. Anyway, if you're wondering about the glitter and the sparkles, it's because I was trying to make myself feel better, and sparkles and glitter, well, they make me happy, so I put them on my face. Okay, so as many of you know who follow my channel, you know that I had a boyfriend. His name was Warren. So me and Warren were together for about a year, 3 months. And at that time, I grew to love him. He was my best friend. I never thought I would be able to find a boyfriend like that, one who I was so connected with and who was literally like my best friend. I could completely be myself around him. I could tell him anything. I could do anything around him, and I knew he wouldn't judge me. And that was something I thought was impossible after all of the terrible relationships I'd been in, where I was with them, but we didn't get along, and it just always ended so badly. But Warren was different in every way. Like, he was literally somebody who changed my mind about wanting to get married. Like, now I would possibly like to get married one day because of him. And I'm not saying I necessarily wanted to marry him. I'm just saying that, like, I would have liked to get to that point with him. So anyway, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, I think, for certain people to show their true colors. And what I thought were his true colors for the time I was with him for about a year it wasn't him. It wasn't the real him. And I noticed a few red flags like earlier on in our relationship, but nothing like too crazy. Sorry, these glitters are really irritating my eyes. So anyway, I decided to just ignore them. You know, no relationship can be perfect, although I thought ours was. So about a year into a relationship, I noticed that he would leave for work things and friend things that before I was always invited along to. Like, I would travel with him to go to work events, I would travel with him to his friends' house, like his friends became my friends, that kind of thing. And then all of a sudden, kind of out of nowhere, he just started saying, like, no, I want to go hang out with them alone, like, you can chill here and have your friends over, whatever. It's like, but my friends are your friends, like, why don't we all go hang out together? It's like, why all of a sudden do you want to be away from me and go do things separately? Like, I thought that I must have done something and that it was all my fault, and that it was just me, something I did, and I was literally like upset about this for weeks until I finally asked him, like, if it was me, and he's just like, no, like, I just want some alone time. Like, he told me that he felt like we were doing everything together, and he was starting to feel suffocated, and like he wasn't his own person anymore. And I was so shocked by that, because I had never had any type of feeling that he felt like that at all. and like we were really open about our feelings to each other, and so that was just like, well, that came out of nowhere. Like, why didn't you tell me earlier? You know, it was weird because we'd always been really open with each other. So anyway, fast forward like about a month in, I started finding texts on his phone from, it didn't like say a name, it was just a number that would pop up, and it would be like flirty texts from this girl. Obviously it was a girl, and it was just things like, hey baby, what are you up to, missing you tonight. It's like, okay, we're together, why is this girl, like, okay, I never wanted to be the girlfriend that's super suspicious and like questions her boyfriend and everything, but I had never ever had any need to do that before at all. Like, nothing. I had no fears of him possibly cheating on me before. And like, so when I started seeing these, like, these are obvious, these aren't just jokes or something, like, what is going on? And I completely confronted him. I was like shaking, breaking down, crying. Like, it was really shocking to me, and I was just dealing with it not calmly at all. But that was the first time where I'd ever experienced anything like that, so like, I kind of wish now I was a little bit more calm, but whatever. Anyway, so he obviously was in denial and saying it's just me and my like crazy mind, and he started getting really emotionally abusive within like the next couple of weeks. He just completely, if I brought it up within those couple of weeks, he would shut it down completely and leave and not want to talk about it, and it was just horrible. So that lasted for like a couple of weeks, and it was a time where my mental health was just like, oh my god, this is not good. It was like I was in a depression. I was like, he's definitely cheating on me, and he was spending more and more time away from the apartment and away from me and not really doing his responsibilities and like just be away. And it's like, okay, you're not doing work things, you're not hanging out with the friends, because I would ask our friends if he was with them, and I never did this before because I trusted him, but I started asking the friends, like, on this date, like, did he hang out with you, blah 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 blah. Nothing, even though Warren had told me he was hanging out with them. So yeah, so anyway, it just got to the point where I was so fed up. Like, he's clearly cheating on me, and he thinks he can get away with it because I was just so head over heels for him. He was probably the first guy I was ever in love with. I don't really think I was really in love with any of the past boyfriends I've had, but Warren was different. So he was my first love, and like, it's like the worst way to have a breakup, in my opinion. Like, I've had so many breakups. I've had guys break up with me, I've had to break up with guys, I've had guys completely ghost me and like leave me. When you find out a guy's cheating on you, it's like, you just think that you're not good enough, and it's really damaging to your self-esteem. Anyway, so I stayed with him for like a couple more weeks. He was just growing so distant. He left the house, he moved in with his friend. And so like, at that point, I knew that he knew that I had caught him, and there was no coming back from this. But what hurts the most is he didn't even try. Like, it's like what we had didn't matter to him, and I guess he found this new girl, and honestly, I don't even know what they're up to anymore. Like, after he moved out, like about 4 days after that, like, I started looking for a new place, a smaller place, And yeah, we ended up like, I let him know. I just sent him a text like, hey, I'm leaving the apartment. I'm leaving it up to you for what you want to do. You can keep it. I don't really care, but I'm leaving, and I found a new place, blah blah blah. I don't want to see you ever again. And I blocked him. I just cut ties with them. Like, I knew that it was the best way. Like, in past breakups I've had, even though it was really fucking hard to block the person and completely cut them out of your life, it's the best way for a breakup to happen, because, or it's the best way, like, to heal from a breakup, because, like, when you don't block the person, it's because you know that you think there's that possibility that, oh my god, they're gonna come crawling back and they're gonna call you one night and be like, please take me back, like I was so wrong, and you're gonna live happily ever after. Or you're gonna get some form of closure, like why you weren't good enough, like tell me what I did wrong, that kind of thing. But your closure is that it's done, okay? It was not right for you. It's a learning experience. Don't look for other answers, because the person they'll probably not tell the truth. They'll probably make up some excuse, and maybe even blame it on you. Or I've had it in the past, they blamed it on themselves, but I knew that they were lying and that it was really because of me, or like they didn't like me anymore, but they didn't want to make me feel bad or whatever. It's like, honesty would be appreciated, but you never really know when a person's being truly 100% honest to you. So just cut ties. Don't go searching for closure, and eventually you will heal from it and you will move on. So obviously this happened like about 3 months ago, where I moved out and cut him off, and yeah, so I'm still dealing with it. Like, it's been tough. It's really hard. Thankfully I have amazing friends and family to support me, and I have you guys, and I love you to death, and you knew something was up right away, but I just wasn't ready to talk about it. I didn't want to like go on YouTube and blast him, because I had a lot of anger, especially in the first month, and then after that it was just complete sadness. And now I'm on 3 months I've been away from him, and it's kind of like a relief. I'm still kind of sad, but I'm starting to realize I can meet other guys. There's other people out there. You're not ever gonna be alone. Like, whereas before I felt worthless, I felt like I was gonna be forever alone, and I think that's what happens when you get cheated on, is like why was the other girl, why did he choose her after I had given him so much love, and he wanted something more than pure love. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, I've kind of given up trying to figure out like all the reasons, closure and everything. You know, I've started dating again, and I'm loving it. I'm actually seeing a really, really amazing guy right now, and I really like him, and we're hitting it off amazingly. We've been on 3 dates, and we actually have a hike planned tomorrow, and we're gonna go for lunch, and then we might do some other stuff like during the day, and then we want to go out for a movie. We just want to have like a day date, and we just have the time to spend with each other to get to know each other better. And I'm actually really excited. I'm not even nervous, like, because I don't know, it just feels natural with him, and it's kind of like how I felt with Warren at the beginning as well. I don't want to compare them, of course, but that's when I know it's like, you know, I don't know. I like the way it feels, so I'm just really happy This is all completely candid video because I didn't want it to be fake or anything, so I'm not even editing it. But anyway, I'm gonna go, and thank you for watching, and stay positive. It will get better, I promise. Even if you are in the darkest of sadness and depression, like you feel like you're never gonna come out, you will, I promise you. Just get out of bed, get out of your room, go outside, get some fresh air, get some exercise, eat something good, hang out with friends, do whatever you have to do to feel okay and be okay. And repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until you are 100% okay and ready to go on to the next chapter of your life. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.